So thank you so much for being a part of engagement. We do this with a lot of heart and would surely do something better next time to hold a lot of people around. We struggled to do this in Dubai as well as in Riyadh. You know, by half day, or the audience reduces to half. So no matter how well we start, we only are left with half by lunch. But we'll try and do something better. Maybe Abhishek is not doing a good job. But either way, as I said, thank you so much. I know, how many of you are WebEngage customers? I don't know, we don't have many people in the hall. How many WebEngage customers here? All the WebEngage customers left? Oh, we just have one. Okay, thank you so much. At least we have somebody. No, thank you. And the the core thesis behind engagement, right? Hitat was talking about in the morning was when we started out, doing all of these marketing automation and tech stack rollout for companies. Very quickly, we did realize that software is one side to the story, and we can build a great software. But the category that we're trying to sort of build for is very newly formed, and it needs more education than selling. And that led to the birth of a lot of initiatives, including the ones that brings us together here. There was this change in consumer behavior we started to see, where the concept of marketing for a consumer enterprise was fundamentally very different, and it continues to be different, right? So if you had asked 10 years ago to any consumer brand, retail, fashion, e-commerce, any of these people as to what do you do for your consumer marketing? A few people will raise their hand. One guy will tell you, I do email marketing in the company, which, by the way, turns out to be in the West, that's almost 80% of all their CRM-led marketing. And then everybody else wanted to stress upon performance marketing, which is spending money on the Googles and Metas of the world. The reason why we exist is as follows. When somebody, we had a lot of talk about retail, we had a lot of talk about digital, anybody who has ever interacted with your business, and I loosely use this term, as loosely as it can be, you actually own them. Well, not literally, but yeah, you own the reach out to these users. For decades, Google has told you and Facebook has told you that you need to retarget to get your users back. If somebody has made a transaction with you once, the only way you can get them back is to use me, spend some ad dollars, and let me get this guy back to you. We've spent a decade. WebEngage is now a 12-year-old company. We've spent a decade trying to build a software which proves otherwise. You don't have to go back to Google's and Facebook's of the world and spend your money trying to get them back. When somebody has transacted in your store, somebody has downloaded your app, somebody has visited your website, there are many ways without going to the Googles and Facebooks of the world to get them back. And while me saying this and you trying to do this, these are worlds apart. It'll be very difficult when you try to do this, especially if you try to do this for the first time. And from the lens of somebody who builds this software, it is not actually hard. But then from your lens, as somebody who's trying to implement this in your org, it took us a couple of years to realize it's actually very hard for you. And hence engagement, and hence a lot of these other community initiatives that we do across the globe. My message to you today is, as you go back, please do, by the way, I'm sure all of you will receive some sort of feedback link. Please be honest and tell us if we're doing okay and things that we need to do better. Our core reason behind doing these events is to bring in all the folks that you had seen since morning. People who have done this, people who have gone through that journey, and believe me, they've all gone through a very painful journey, including the journey with us. It's never been easy. It's never been an easy rollout for anybody. What we try to do is at least bring them here, share their experiences so that you don't have to make the same mistakes in that journey. Make new ones, that's fine. But other than these core practitioners, we ourselves, WebEngage now services more than 800 brands. We are a pretty large force in India. We are a very dominant force now in the Middle East and Africa regions too. Saudi Arabia has suddenly become a very large market opportunity for us. We have gotten a lot of customers there, growing very aggressively. We do some business in Latin America, a little bit of business in Southeast Asia. We come with a lot of experience generally as a team. WebEngage is now close to 500 people team. Based out of India, based out of the Middle East, here in Dubai. We have a couple of guys in Indonesia, a small team in Latin America. We carry a lot of collective experience by working with customers like yourself, and given an opportunity, we do bring a lot of value to the table. We've generally been nice people to work with. Some customers don't like us, because we haven't delivered to our promise. But one at a time, we try to change that. But we're generally very nice people to work with, and generally true about our promise. Generally true about how we approach things with a lot of honesty and integrity. And I'm leaving you today with heartfelt thanks and regards. Thank you for coming. Thank you for interacting with us. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to service you. As I said, we have had a lot of customers since morning. And look forward to see you in the next editions. Thank you so much. You have a great day ahead.
WebEngage. Retention simplified.